Welcome to Love, Dream, Live, your source of life lessons that inspire you to love intensely, dream relentlessly, and live passionately. Our goal is to help you create harmony in your work, personal life, and self-discovery journey. Welcome your host, Aida, with today's topic.
Hey, fabulous. Good morning, wonderful. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about having the confidence to ask for what you want directly instead of hinting and beating around the bush because nobody around you can read your mind. This applies to personal relationships as well as business relationships. Anytime you're communicating with any other human being and you want something from them, it's best to ask for it directly than to kind of give them hints and be like, oh, it would be great if you did this. No, just ask for it directly, because what happens is without crystal clear communication, not only will you not get what you want, but there will also be frustration and resentment, and you think the other person isn't fair, and all these other bad things start happening. I think the biggest reason why people don't ask directly for what they want is because they're scared they're gonna get it. I know that sounds crazy, but we kind of sabotage ourselves and we keep ourselves from what we want and what we need. And we're afraid of our own success. We're afraid of our own needs and desires. And so sometimes we feel shame. That's the other reason people don't usually ask for what they want. There's a little bit of shame in accepting, hey, I want this or I need this. Because when you accept that you want something or that you need something, that's a direct request to the universe or to the person or the people around you that this is what you want and this is what you desire. And so standing in that ground and having that confidence really takes a lot of personal power and just owning your needs and desires. It's normal human tendency for us to feel vulnerable and open when we admit to what we want or what we need, but it's a part of being happy and a process of expressing yourself, like self-expression, and being direct and clear and having communication with a confident approach will make all the difference in the world. I think another one of the biggest reasons why people don't directly ask for what they want is fear of rejection. So if you ask for something and you get no for an answer, then at that point you kind of train yourself and your mind trains your thoughts. Hey, don't ask for this because you're not going to get it anyways because they already said no. One person might say no, maybe the next person that you ask will say yes. But if you just stop and quit after someone says no because you feel shame or embarrassment or anything else like that, then you're never going to be able to strengthen those muscles that allow you to ask for what you want directly. Because the truth of the matter is that nobody around you can read your mind. And I know this sounds crazy, but sometimes when I make websites for clients, they think I'm a mind reader and that whatever they think and they visualize in their mind, that I will be able to recreate it for them without having crystal clear communication, without being able to completely understand what they want and what colors and what fonts and different things like that. Now, this is just a very basic example. This happens a lot in relationships as well. I am actually guilty of this. I would be dating somebody and I would just be hoping in the back of my mind that they would ask me to go out on Saturday or something like that. And I'm just like hoping for it in my mind, but I'm not saying anything directly to the person. And then it turns out that they're busy Saturday, they're not even asking me, and then I get upset. And then there's resentment, and all these bad things just happen whenever we don't feel like we're getting what we want. But the reason we don't get what we want is because we're not asking for it. We're not being clear. We're not being confident and using our skills to clearly communicate that. And I know sometimes one of the biggest things that used to hold me back personally is I felt like I was gonna be needy. I don't wanna be a needy person. So I don't wanna just like ask people for things So I guess there was like a sense of pride, like I can do this on my own. I don't need your help. I'm not going to be needy or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is that there is nothing on this planet that you will be completely successful at by yourself. At least nothing that's worth attaining, and at least nothing that's worth sharing and celebrating. In order for us to shine, we all need each other. And asking each other for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. So hoping and wishing that somebody will do what you want without you asking them is kind of setting yourself up for trouble. This is the same for personal relationships or business relationships or any kind of relationships in your life, even with your friends. And it sounds like not a big deal, but if you don't start small, like with little requests like that and build up, then your confidence is going to stay low, and then it'll be really challenging for you to ask for much bigger requests. So I really encourage you to start small, but make sure that you clearly, directly communicate what you want, what you need in your relationships, and be ready and be willing to take a no, because no is a part of growing and learning, and no is a part of having a little bit of discomfort, but hey, maybe the next person's gonna say yes. So don't just quit because one person said no. I know I have done this in the past as well, and I just kind of shut down and didn't ask anything of anyone because I'm like, fine, then nobody's gonna help me. I might as well not ask for anything. And whenever we put ourselves in that mode, then we kind of shut everyone out and we don't enable them to help us. We don't enable them to have the privilege, because people love helping people. People love serving people. Not everybody, but there are a lot of people that do. And so opening yourself up and being available and direct and communicating what you want without being vague and trying to hint and trying to get what you want in an indirect way, then it's just not going to work. So this is a lot like seeing what you really want directly in front of you, and then instead of walking directly towards it, you're walking sideways to get there. Now, there's going to be a lot more obstacles in the way if you're not walking directly towards it. If you're kind of sidetracking and sidestepping and going indirectly towards what you want, then it's going to take longer and you're going to have to work a lot harder. And the truth is, it's simple. Just ask for what you want. Don't expect for people to read your mind. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not a mind reader. And I'm pretty sure you're not a mind reader. If we look at it from that perspective, then it's easier to understand why the people around us don't do what we want. And now, there's one thing to ask for what you want, and there's another thing to manipulate people and pressure people, because that doesn't really work. So you need to ask for what you want directly, but in a nice way, in a kind way. The more you do this, the more you practice, the more confident you will be, and the more that you're going to get what you want by just simply asking for it. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with a friend. Visit lovedreamlive.com for more. And remember to stop waiting. Decide to choose yourself. You can experience unconditional love, create the life of your dreams, and live in harmony and abundance every single day. See you again soon.